Oh, that's adorable.
He abandoned me to go hang out with his pumpkin toy.
Oh.
All right. So, downtime actions. What do we got?
Blythe wants to go find an abandoned or not, or a good spot for a greenhouse.
Okay.
She wants to start that. She also knows how to make trees grow, plants grow rather. So
Does she?
yeah, so
That
she's
would
hoping
help.
that will help in her endeavors.
Yeah. Basically, if you want to like pick a building, like we don't really have a map of the town. I'm sure everything is occupied until, or everything's vacant until otherwise said.
I think like she would like it to be a bit further, like at the edges of the town, like right
Okay.
where the farmlands begin, which is what I'm assuming. Like I'm thinking the town from Howl's Moving Castle for some reason. Um and it's like when at the edges of like where the town the streets of the town end and the farm fields begin, there's like a gigantic greenhouse with like surrounding gardens too.
Okay.
It's going to be a greenhouse and aviary, so birds can go in the greenhouse too. So it's going to be nice. Because she's a bird and she likes birds.
Something probably over here might be best.
I think it might even be off the map. Like a large building on a hill.
Ooh. But she wants to be close, so like this, if this is anything. I don't know if you can see where
I
I'm thinking.
can't.
My
You
penguins
shift
is-
and hold click. Should take me to wherever you were. Because I think I just took you to where I am.
Does that work?
Nope. Let me just zoom out a bunch.
It's like
It's
where
right by the stable.
Yeah. On the on the other side of the state of the
Yes.
outside
That
the
building's
walls.
good.
Yeah. So there, she would like to make it there. I was looking at the clock for the longest time and I forgot that this is also the map of the town.
Oh yeah. Cool. So yeah, you venture out to the greenhouse. No one's used it, even as the town is starting to grow. As more people come in, because now you have two train stations, one going east, one going west. Yeah, you find this like mostly abandoned kind of skeleton of a building that you can easily put panels on the walls to shore up, make it into a greenhouse. And among like the refuse and the like brush that is kind of overgrown here, you hear snoring.
Oh. I quietly go up to the snoring thing.
Yeah, you see, like huddled in a blanket, a knife in one hand, like sheathed but like at the ready, is a sleeping dwarf.
Oh. I excuse me. I'm in a safe distance. I'm like, excuse me. Excuse me, hello? Excuse me? I throw a little rock at them. Just like, sorry. Hi. Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Blythe. Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah, nice to meet you, Blythe.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Ostrich.
Strick. That nice to meet you too. Do you live here?
No,
no, but so how come you're here?
Just sleeping, taking a nap.
That's fair. That's fair.
How come you're
Um,
here? Do you live here?
I no, but I would like to, and I would like to make this into a functioning greenhouse and gardens, and birds can live here. And I thought it'd be nice. And yeah, so I'd like to make this into a pretty garden.
All right. And yeah, he lets you go about your the work that you put in. Um, and like partway through the day, he starts to help out a little bit, and then at some point, he's like helping like hammer things in, and he's just fully committed. This is your new follower, Ostrich Frenroar.
Friend roar, like friend and roar.
Yeah, Frenroar.
Eh. Oh, okay, it's with an O. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, trick.
yeah. He's got like
Frenroar.
these. You see, you know, he's got like this black cloak. You know, some tattoos on his arms. You find later a large stash of knives and crossbow bolts that he has. Um, yeah,
I love him. And I love that this is Blythe's one friend outside of the of the Phoenix Guard. So how come you're here?
oh, just I was passing through, thought I'd sleep for a bit.
That's fair. Would you like to help me build this in general?
I mean, like long term?
Yeah. Well, until it's done at least. You seem very good with helping me with this, and I could
Yeah.
use some help.
Yeah, I got nothing going on. I could help out.
Okay. Do you like animals?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Do you like plants?
Eh, they
Good enough.
provide
Okay.
they provide light sometimes.
And oxygen and fresh air, and they smell nice and they're pretty, and
Yeah,
yes,
I don't
okay,
hate them.
good. We're gonna fix that. You're gonna love them, but it's gonna be great.
All right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, she now has a dwarf friend. I'm happy for her.
Good.
And how much is it to start on it?
I forget. I wrote down in the calendar when it'll be finished.
Oh, yay.
Oh, where's my Strongholds and Followers book?
I had saved the screenshot somewhere. Because I was reading through it.
Stronghold, cost to build. What was this? A temple?
Yes, it would be a temple.
It is 8,000 GP.
Okay, 8,000, 3 zeros.
Yes.
Yay, okay. I'm gonna get my calculator out and do that while the rest of the people do their
Yeah.
downtime actions. But yee!
Who's got theirs
what I do.
figured out? Should I call on you?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I am going to start a new project clock.
Ooh. What project would you like to clock?
Narrow down the location of the necromancer.
Okay.
The tacky ass necromancer who I despise just on sheer principle alone.
Right. Oops. All right. Locate necromancer. What are you doing to locate this man?
Well, I have a general idea of the basic area in which he's around. It's kind of a town next to kind of some barren areas, and there's a tower. So I'm going to start seeing if I can't like find any records, any maps of any areas nearby, and trying to start correlating some of these facts.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead. What lifestyle are you going with?
The most expensive I can.
Okay. And you're gonna do the same for your bonus, your extra bonuses.
Correct.
Okay. So that's 340 gold for +5. Roll 2d6.
12.
Okay, yeah. You start venturing out. You can't be too far away. He's definitely like within this region, so you start like flying about on one of the griffins and like locating the more barren landscapes. You narrow it down to a couple options. Yeah, next week you can
Okay,
start
excellent.
venturing out into these places and looking further. Cool. Bucky, you look like you want to say something.
Yeah. Think gonna put down maybe I don't know if I want to do my half or just pay it in full, but I want to set up my me and Leonard's law practice.
Okay, yeah. Have you spoken with Leonard about this at all?
We've talked a little, not in full detail, but we've talked a little.
Okay. Cool. So it does take a downtime action, and if you want to put down 3,000 gold for your half of the establishment,
Yeah,
and Leonard
I
can pay the other 3,000, and we can get that going.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
That'll take 90 days. I didn't know that you were going to do this, so I didn't roll for y'all's follower. If you want to roll now, I won't
Yeah, I
have
can roll
anything
now.
ready. But this is for bards.
Leonard's gonna do his for bards. I wanted to do mine for ranger just so that we could
Okay,
vary it up a little bit.
makes sense. I'm just looking for the.
Have the PDF open. I'm also for the page.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to roll a D100, I can write down the result and come up with that.
So wait, you're lawyers?
Bards at law.
Yeah, bards at law.
Yeah.
Great.
They did. Okay. They did defend successfully.
They successfully
owl.
defended the Elder Owl in court.
Crake is going to walk by this, see the sign go up, and go, great. Now we have more blood-sucking fiends in this town, and I'm not talking about the vampire.
The Ariel is going to blatantly ignore him. They already
No,
told
that was-
Drake as is.
What did Crake ever do?
Do you see the look I'm giving you?
I was about to say,
They've
does
been
anything?
on several missions
Yeah.
together, and Craig has done several things. First and foremost, being set an entire forest on fire because the goblin shaman got away.
Don't let Blythe find out about that.
Fun
All
fact.
right, that was a. Huh?
Nothing. I'll just leave that. I'll let sleeping dogs lie.
All right, so that was a 41. for my roll.
This was a bad idea.
Me when I do anything.
No,
It's just a
sorry.
bad idea.
There's my computer's suddenly running out of space.
Oh, no.
So I was gonna transfer some files over to the hard drive real quick. Then I realized I was copying them, and then I was doing all of them, not just a couple at a time, and that it was gonna take forever. All right, where were we? Cards at law.
Silva.
Meets. Let's check. Cool. All right. And Ed.
Hello, yes. I, just to clarify, because the downtown action rules are lengthy, for lack of a better word, leveling up is the only thing I can do after I hit the experience quota, correct?
No.
No?
In order to level up, you must take the level up downtime action, but you don't have to.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Eric. I think it would be a really bad idea if I didn't level up, especially considering that I'm one of the lowest level characters in Molduna.
I won't argue with you on that front.
Yeah, I will use my downtime action to level up to 8th level, getting some more hit points. Don't know when the last. Yeah, if you scroll up, you'll see that I did do a roll for HP a little bit
Okay.
ago. And yeah, 8th level, got that good ASI increase. Finally have 20 charisma,
Nice.
and a +4 to my constitution. I do have a follow-up question. This will probably relate to my next downtime action, but where, and this is me trying to scroll through the Discord, how do I go about acquiring a specific magical item?
You can do that by going to the university. I think it's the last thing in the downtime rules. The University of Verdile has let us use the Arcane Gate to access the university's magic item supplies. By taking an action, you can buy magic items, super rare, or artifacts, though. Not super rare or artifacts, there is a 25% markup.
Okay, I see. Go to the shops. 25% super rare or artifacts. Okay.
No, sorry.
I will-
Super rare or artifacts aren't available. There is also a 25% markup.
What is that in the player's handbook? The average cost of those items?
Probably.
Okay.
No. It's in the
No.
DM's.
DM got
Yeah.
Got it. All right. I will be doing that in the background. It won't keep me away from paying attention to the session, but I will be looking into that in the background.
All right.
Cool. That's all from me.
So you're leveling up.
Yep, 8th level.
Ooh. What does
Oh,
it
and
look like when you level up?
That's a good question. Especially since where company is a hexblade whose powers are coming kind of from that the sword, which isn't technically a sword now because of Pact of the Blade, making Shatterstar my pact weapon. But like originally, it was like Company's sword was the vessel for all of these souls.
Right.
I guess tapping into that a little more. It's a bit weird for warlocks, especially when they level up and they're not getting class features, because like the hexblade stuff is like, yeah, you know, hexes and swords, but like a regular warlock level up is like, you can get another spell if you want.
Yeah.
So I guess like just Company just kind of after fighting a lot, like just sits down in his shed and like just kind of like communes with that like with this you know large collection of spirits that he's housing, and just like taps into a little bit more of that energy.
Cool. I like it.
Cool. I also got a fun new spell that you're probably gonna hate.
I probably will.
Nice. All right.
All right. So with downtime out of the way, what are we doing?
We are doing the Ritual of Sorrow, which not quite sure what entails.
Yeah. So, based off of Calabaistra's, what's its translations of Ironcard's notes, in order to reforge the primordial heart, you must do these 5 rituals, one of which has already been completed, the Ritual of Fear. Another one is the Ritual of Sorrow, where you must acquire the soul of a loved one and end their existence. Kind of like the Soul Stone from Thanos, or from the Avengers. Power requires sacrifice, though Thanos didn't sacrifice anything.
Oh, he didn't.
So yeah, and if I remember correctly, y'all are going to Port Finum.
Ports.
Yes.
Cool. What happened to Kit?
He said BRB.
Okay.
Kid
All right.
died.
Oh, he did say BRB. Cool. So we're gonna start without him.
As we should.
Yeah.
So yeah. Both wanted to ask Company and Hero about the last mission they had together. Like all 3 of them.
Oh,
So I'm guessing we're going there by Griffins, right?
No, you were going there by Bell.
By Bell?
Yes. So I can describe it if you'd like. Craig pulls this like black bell with a white handle, and it's got like a skull on it, and he just like jingles it, and you hear behind you this like large door creak open, and you just turn around, and there's this archway made of stone, just wasn't there moments ago, and beyond it the sky is this deep purple and red, with like blue, like deep blue clouds, and immediately on the other side is a train station, and you walk through the door to this, dark landscape on a train platform. There's rail going that way, and after a while, a train comes by. And y'all have seen trains before. There's trains in Zarnemsa that run through. This town is now a train stop from the empire where you lived to the Orcish Empire to the west. And yeah.
Break blow up a train car once.
Mm-hmm.
God. So I guess maybe while like they're waiting for the train, Blythe kind of wants to ask Theorel and company. I wanted to ask you too because you were with me when we went to get my smile back from the witch in the house. Right? Company, you were there, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so when I went to the Lady Maria to remove her curse, she told me the goblin that could have also helped us told me that we murdered a bunch of babies and that is bad. And I wanted to ask if there were any babies because I was outside and I kind of lost consciousness and wasn't there for that, so I wanted to ask if we did do a bad thing at the witch's house.
I mean, whatever happened.
I don't remember. This is me out of character saying I don't remember if company was present for that particular incident.
The Ariel was not. I think they were outside the house at that point and had not gone back inside the house.
I
But
don't
I do
remember
what
where
you're
company
talking
was.
about.
I think I definitely remember torching the house. I know that was definitely something I did. I do not think, no, I didn't go into the basement. So
I think
whatever
it was
happened in the basement stayed in the basement.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. Yeah, I don't think you were there. Based on my notes, you were not in the basement. This was just Akron.
So did we do a bad thing?
If anything bad happened, it is 100% the responsibility of Akron. You have nothing to worry about.
But Okran is part of our group, so if he did a bad thing, we all did a bad thing, no?
That is not how it works. In real life, a group cannot be held accountable for one's spontaneous actions.
I'm going to have to agree with company on this one. Do not worry if you did not commit a crime directly, you are not responsible for said crime.
I believe we have an expert, self-proclaimed, in legal advice accompanying us.
God damn it.
I am just looking
Ariel's
at you with the biggest eyes that ever existed in the world. Just like
they're just gonna
puppy
kind
face.
of reach over and like very awkwardly hand on Blythe's shoulder and go, listen, we might have been present, yes, but we were not involved. You were not involved. You were off doing a little bit of exploring on your own. You might have done something slightly illegal with stealing the with stealing the lady's stuff. However, you were not involved in anything that Akron was doing, and you are not accountable for that. Neither were the rest of us because we were not down there.
Okay. But okay. And she's like she's thinking about it and like debating whether that's like how she should be feeling about it. Just kind of okay. And killing is bad, right?
Well,
The collective side eye of the party, like, oh.
It depends on the context.
But
For example, we killed the witch. That was not a bad thing. She had harmed many people and caused them a great deal of suffering. You had a hand in that.
yes,
But are you a bad person?
maybe.
No,
Oh.
you are not. Of course, morals are, as I've been informed, fully subjective. From this one's perspective, you are not a bad person.
Okay. But so
Like, say for example, killing a child would be a
Craig, on the other
bad
hand,
thing. Would be a bad thing unless that kid's an asshole, then the rules can be bent a little bit. But I don't say that last part. I don't say that last part. Killing a child would be a bad thing. Running down the street and randomly killing someone would also be a bad thing. However, if someone is trying to kill you and you kill them in response, then that's not a bad thing. That's what we call self defense. And if you have to kill someone in order to save a bunch of other people at a later date or in the moment, then that's what we call self defense on a larger scale, which is also not a bad thing because we're trying to save people.
so what happens to people after you kill them?
they go to hell.
Well, that depends.
Well, Craig,
Actually, I think this is
you
going to be
weren't
an
here when we
excellent
opened
example.
the door, so I would like to mention to you that you are in the Deadlands.
Oh, great. Excellent. So, an expert on the Deadlands, they actually come here.
Okay, so when you kill people, they don't actually die, they just teleport here.
No, they die. They are dead. Unless they get
Their
trapped
soul
in a
comes
sword.
or in
Yeah,
a ring.
Company, you don't die. You're many people who are not dead.
We don't like to think about that.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to bring up a painful memories. Sorry.
We do
Um,
not experience pain the same way that you do. So
Oh,
it is fine. However, we do not like to think about it too much because it makes us. And like company's eyes just dim.
I think I broke company.
Ariel walks over, kind of like takes their quarterstaff and like taps company a little bit.
No, it's okay. It's okay. This model has some problems. Now, like, does anyone have a pencil? There's a little button at the back of his neck, and we just kind of poke it with a pencil.
No, the Ariel knocking on company's back, the eyes light back up, and they're like, "What were we discussing?"
Nothing. We were discussing nothing. Okay.
Now, while their
So-
soul may come to the Deadlands, their body, I just want to say, is up for grabs.
so
The Ariel just
the
kind of like
train
pokes around
arrives,
company. It's just like,
and out of it steps a black robed skeletal figure with a scythe that stands by the door.
Do I recognize him?
I mean, it's a skeleton. I think you've seen him before. This is the conductor.
Yeah, I think I have.
Tickets, please.
Oh, do we have
And-
tickets?
Yeah, the moment you search for tickets, you find a ticket that wasn't there before, and you give it to him.
Hello, I'm Blythe. Nice to meet you.
It is good to meet you as well.
So do you greet all the people that come here?
Everyone.
So people don't die, do they? They just come here to visit this place? Well, their body is not with them anymore. But if they're still alive here, then they're still alive, right?
Perhaps it is best for you to ask those at Port Finham.
Okay.
And he, lets you all in, goes to the front of the train, and the train starts moving. There are a couple other skeletons, zombies, ghosts, just like milling about inside the train.
Do I recognize anybody? I know I just asked that, but
No one you recognize. People die every day.
Okay.
Blythe says
Well,
hello
he-
to every single one of them.
Some of them nod. Some of them.
Ah.
you know, they're dead.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Blythe doesn't.
Blythe doesn't. Yeah, as you continue on the train, it takes maybe an hour. You see in the distance, in the direction that you're going, probably like 45 minutes into the trip, there's this metal castle of impossibly large size. And actually, the moment you like crest over the hill, you just feel the heat that was not there moments ago. And you see before you miles of just bodies pressing against this building.
Are they like trying to get in the building?
Yeah, it looks like
That it. Continue.
yeah, it looks like they're trying to like move towards it. Like this crush of people is trying to get closer to it.
That, I say, is Port Finum, the port of the dead. Everyone who dies goes to Port Finum, and then from there, well, there's a bit of a theological debate. Unfortunately, as it turns out, Port Finum has been having a bit of an overflow problem since so many people have been dying. So if we're looking for a soul to kill, I gesture, that's where we're going to have to go.
You can kill a soul after the body has been killed?
Oh, dead gods. Yes.
Put simply, Blythe, there exists the corporeal body where the soul inhabits it. Once that body is killed, the soul exits the body and returns, as Craig just explained, here. This soul then re enters the. We
Yeah.
lack theology to explain this part further, but while the soul effectively ever.
So when does it go after?
It's gone. You know how you can burn a piece of paper and the words on that paper disappear forever?
Hmm?
Exactly.
But it has to go somewhere, right? Because then the paper becomes ash, and then the ash can be part of the ground, and the ground grow a tree. That the tree can become a paper, and then paper can be written on. So it's a circle. So where does the soul go?
Ah, but the words on the paper can't bring those back.
So they're gone forever if their soul dies.
Essentially.
Yes, you've summed it up quite efficiently.
Okay.
Now,
Does the place around us look anything like nice, or is it just
I mean,
like deadlands, like it sounds like it's dead trees, barren lands?
the Deadlands are where things go after they die. So like there is vegetation, there is, you know, life as we would know it, but it's dead. Like fallen trees then become trees here.
Okay.
A dead person becomes a person here.
Is it all like monochrome?
No, it's darker. Like it's daytime, but the sky is black, well, purplish. And like the landscape is darker.
Okay, I just wasn't like, in my mind, I think of like, terrible example, but I think of like the scenes from the Harry Potter movies where like they're edging between life and death and everything's just like gray and like wispy and weird.
No, I think it's more of like the forest, like the forbidden forest. You
Okay.
know,
So just
like
very gloomy.
yeah, it's gloomy, but there's still color.
Blythe
Um,
will, for the next hour of the travel, just the rest of the travel, just sit in a corner and look like she's about to cry.
How small is Blythe?
Like a normal height. She's not too small. She's like 5 something.
Oh, on a side note, they released some new Unearthed Arcana about Fey races.
ooh,
They did. One of
Oh.
them's rabbit folk, I think.
You are correct, but they're not like bunny girls. It's like actual rabbits.
Thank
And
God. Okay.
yeah,
They're
good.
like they have long rabbit-like legs and the fur to match. I'm like, thank you, wizards.
yeah, the two I remember were the rabbit folk and the owl folk. Um, which I think the owl folk were really cute, and I kind of want to play one at some point down the line in a different game. So
They're
Are
also
owl folk
fairies.
different than Pinkus? Oh my God, I love this. I need to look all of these up.
They're like Aarakocra, but they have natural proficiency in stealth and something else. Oh, and they have detect magic like once per long rest.
Cool.
So a rogue bird. Let's do it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Also, sorry, continue.
Oh, I was about to say, I know I keep describing Blythe as a bird, baby bird. She's like early, like she looks like a human in her early 20s, like same height. She's just covered in feathers where it's not her hands or her face. She has like a humanoid face and like a pair of wings in the back. That's like the only way in which she doesn't look like a human. So she mostly looks human.
So like an Aarakocra, except for the hands and face.
Yes.
Little unsettling, but okay.
Yes.
I am going to kneel down next to Blythe, pat her on the back, and go, now, even if the soul may die, you can always bring bodies back with the soul in them. In fact, I hear these people, and I'm going to slide a piece of paper over to you, might come in handy.
But wait. We just said that if I'm confused. We said if a soul dies, it goes away forever.
Yes, but a soul doesn't have to come here after it dies. It can go back to a body. And then you can keep living without having to worry about it.
But would they
And
know that they died?
well, yes, but if you come back, then there's no problem.
I wouldn't want to come back.
Just inquire within if you are so interested. And on the piece of paper is a little flyer that says the Society for the Amiable Society for Perpetual Existence, and with directions to a house on the outside of town.
Wait, is that the tower?
No, it's not the tower. That's my
Okay.
tower.
It's
Yeah,
it's
but
a house adjacent to the tower.
No, it is a house not
Wouldn't be
adjacent
surprised.
to the tower.
It's just like a ramshackle hut built on like the back door of the tower. Crate comes out with a goofy mustache. Hello, I am
the glasses with the
Crick.
I mean, he probably is one of his
Saying
followers at the time. At
glasses
the
with the
hut.
big nose and the mustache. That's what I'm thinking. Just
I am Crick's cousin, Creek. We do big business.
Great movie, by the way.
I believe it. Anyways,
What movie is this?
Big Business.
Oh, haven't seen it.
Never heard of it.
Lily Tomlin was in it, and I forget who the other actress was. They play identical twins
Sure.
that got switched at birth. 2 sets of identical
So
twins.
Parent Trap.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, so there's 2 sets of identical twins born at the same hospital on the same day, and 2 of them get switched, so they're like that instead. And then they meet later.
Oh.
Bette Midler, that's the other one.
Weird.
Okay, sorry, I sidetracked the conversation.
No,
feel.
I sidetracked the conversation. Anyway, so you hear
Anyways,
the brake pads activate and feel the train start to slow down. And you see, not too far away is another train stop.
Important question to ask as we get off the train. So we have to kill a soul while we're here. Has anyone decided on whose soul they're going to kill?
But then they'll die forever.
You only need to kill one.
That
You don't each need to do
yes,
one.
right. Yes, unfortunately, we all have to make sacrifices, sometimes for the greater good. This is the self-defense in a broader scale in which I'm talking about.
So we need to find a really bad person.
It has to be someone special to one of us.
What if it's someone specially bad?
You would know you have to acquire the soul of a loved one for this ritual. Speaking of which,
so if you had a loved one that's evil, I mean, technically yes.
No, I feel like that would not even cross Blythe's mind. Like, even if someone that she loved was evil, she wouldn't know. Like, it wouldn't be something that she would have picked up on.
yeah, speaking of loved ones, you look out into this crowd of people. You are, now surrounded in this sea of people. Craig, you recognize someone.
Yep.
Amidst the sea, not too far away actually, is Ilna, standing next to someone you don't recognize, sitting on a throne of bones. Actually, a throne of skeletons.
Oh, this some bitch. Do I recognize this person? Is it the
You
necromancer?
do not.
Okay, that's fine then.
But she notices
Is
you.
that? Is the
I'm gonna walk up. Sorry, continue.
Blythe goes up to the spider-looking person.
You're gonna enter the crush
Meanwhile.
of bodies.
Yeah, just be like,
Okay, yeah.
excuse me, thank you, excuse me.
This lady on the bone throne, waves her hands, and the people just like they don't walk out of the way; they just move out of the way.
Oh. Parting the Red Sea.
Yeah,
Oh God.
and yeah, she looks down upon you, flanked by her minions, and Drake. Good to see you again. This is the Queen of Bones.
Is this woman
not
saying?
Ilna. Yeah,
Do I recognize the Queen of Bones?
you do not.
I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not quite too sure I recognize you. I do appreciate the aesthetic. You obviously know me, but you are.
I am the Queen of Bones. We met briefly back when you were dead.
I'm gonna have to ask you for excuse my memory lapse then. It was a rather troublesome time for me, and I don't seem to have quite remembered everything I did.
Well, it was a very interesting time for me.
Yes.
You have
So it
something
sounds
I
like
want.
Craig hooked up with the Queen of Bones.
Well, I was a skeleton back then as well, so you could say that we. Damn, I don't have my sunglasses on me. Boned.
I hate you. I knew it was coming. I did nothing to stop
Sorry,
it.
I have to go immediately.
And then they all died of psychic damage from that one joke.
Yeah, it's weird. Everybody
Ritual fall.
cringed. And they shattered their spines through the force
Yeah.
of that cringe.
Yeah.
I regret nothing.
So yeah, you have something I want.
And then I'm gonna look over at my little sister and go, "Hi, little sis."
She doesn't seem to notice you. She seems like she's got a 1,000-yard stare.
You have a little sister.
Yes. That's her. Ilna. Blythe. Ilna. It's a
Hello.
long story. Oh, I'm sorry. What is it that I have that you want?
The Count.
Ah, yes. Funny story about that. He's currently dead.
He's not.
Well, then he's not hanging around anymore, and no offense to our friend the Count, but thank the dead gods for that, because he was a little, grating on the ears.
Then you won't mind if I take him.
Well, you say that, but I kind of need this ring, so yes, I sincerely do mind.
Oh, the ring I don't care for. It's what's
If he's
inside
dead,
it.
isn't he already here? Blythe pipes in from behind Craig, just peeking from.
No, child.
side.
He's not dead.
Oh.
Just as a clarification, the Count is currently the one who's stopping my soul from being taken over, correct?
The ring is what's stopping your soul from being taken over, because that's like a ring of mind resistance or something, right?
Correct.
And the Count is in the ring. And
Yes.
the Count did make some sacrifice at some point to protect you
Yes.
from the Deep One.
Correct.
The Queen of Bones is saying she can remove him without diminishing that effect.
I peek by the side of Craig and I go, so if he's not dead, he has but he doesn't have a body, then why is he not here?
It's because he's in this ring, I say, and I hold up my hand.
Is it that they go here if they don't have a body and then they can
Well,
collect other bodies?
Sometimes they go to other places, such as this ring, or a sword, and I point to company, or sometimes they get captured by an eldritch deity that is trying to currently try and kill us all, and then repurposed for other uses. It's not a hard science per se. There's a lot of things that, and I turn back to the Queen of Bones. Excuse me, just a second. It's just minor issue. So it's not exactly an easy thing to discuss exactly where souls go because they can be caught by other things.
So if you're a soul, your people, things could take you from being just a soul.
Yes,
Doesn't sound nice.
it's really, really is not nice at all.
Blood turns to the Queen of Bones and goes, are you only a soul?
Yes,
But you look very powerful.
I am. I've been here a while.
Do you like it here?
No.
Are you... Did you die?
Are you going to give me the Count?
Say if I did give you the Count, what would I get in return?
Is he mine?
A life for a life. And she, looks down at your sister.
You see, that's not exactly a very good trade for me. No offense, little sister. Because you see, unfortunately, something unfortunate has to happen to my little sister afterwards. So in the end, I would be coming out the loser. I'd be coming out with much less than I originally started out with.
What you do with that life is yours to choose.
Now, you see, that is a very fair point. Say I refuse, what happens then?
You notice the bodies move back into formation behind you.
Blythe pokes Craig and is like, I don't think I want to die yet. This place doesn't look very nice.
Don't worry, you're probably not going to die here.
Okay.
Probably.
And here.
Blythe goes over to Ethereal and she's like, I think the Queen of Bones is ignoring me and I have questions.
Yeah, unfortunately, she probably is.
Oh. And then she starts waving and talking to Company Sword.
Therial and Blythe, I'm pretty sure you both recognize who you're standing next to, right?
Yes. Blythe wanted to talk to this person.
Maybe.
Yeah, you
I
were
think it
both
was-
at Canon Collection, correct?
Yeah. Ethereal, were you at Canon Collection?
I might just not be remembering correctly.
Think so. Maybe.
I'll look it up real quick.
But that's why Blythe wanted to look at
No.
the person.
Therial was not.
No. That might have been Leonard.
Okay. But Therial does recognize the goblin sitting on her shoulder.
Oh.
Oh, do they?
It's the Maze Master!
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Right. Is this the one that Craig burned the forest down over?
Yes.
Oh.
Also, small note, I would like to say that while Kit does remember who that goblin is, Craig does still not know who he is.
Right.
Blythe
yeah,
killed
Therial-
both him and the spider. Well, was part of the group that killed both of them.
Therial recognizes the goblin and says in goblin because they can speak it now. Howdy.
Howdy.
Blythe goes, hi, I think we've met before.
Yes. I remember you. It was like a dream long ago.
Oh. Did I kill you?
I don't remember. But you were there when I died.
Are you mad about that?
Yes. But I won't
That's
act on
fair.
it yet. Not until she, and she looks at the Queen of Bones, lets me.
Blythe also looks at the Queen of Bones, then looks back at this goblin whose name I don't remember.
Arkbark.
Arkbark, yes. But you did try to kill us first.
I legit don't remember which order that went.
I'm pretty sure we tried to talk to them for a bit, but then it just went to shit immediately.
Yes, it did.
That's generally how these things go, to be quite honest.
Yes, I'm fully aware. But yeah, it was self-defense, so it's not bad, right? And she turns back to Thierry and just looks like, right?
This may be the part where some of that social theory of killing being right and wrong starts to fall apart a little bit. Usually that social theory doesn't quite apply when you're talking to the souls of the people you may or may not have killed in potential self-defense.
But the souls will still come here, so they still will be mad at you. So is it ever right to kill things?
That might be a discussion we need to have at a time where we may where we may not get our asses handed to us if we continue to have this conversation in front of the people we may have had a hand in killing.
I'm sorry, Arkbark. You shouldn't have attacked us.
So
Hey, sorry to jump in.
yeah,
Not only does company have no place in either of these conversations,
sorry.
one, because they don't care, and two, because they don't know who any of these people are. This is just an unrelated question that's been crossing my mind, like, and it's been slowly floating up to the surface. Is there like any kind of like therapist in Zarnemsa?
No.
For Blythe?
Yes.
Or
For Blythe, specifically for Blythe, but probably for some of the other people that perhaps need to talk to a professional who's not an echo
I
chamber,
feel like
i.e.,
We have a
company
bar.
definitely. If there is someone who needs therapy, it's definitely company with like a bajillion of different therapists at the same
I'm pretty
time.
sure every one of the Phoenix Guard needs therapy.
oh, exactly. I mean, I don't think we'd all be adventurers if we were all like fully mentally sound, right? I think that's established. But like,
Yeah.
my question is that like we probably should hire somebody. Like maybe that'll be company's next project, investing in like mental health care for Zarnemsa, because Blythe is asking a lot of big questions. Like I'm sure there are quite a few people who just need to sit down and talk to somebody. Perhaps I'm forgetting. Maybe Doftov should sit down and have a serious conversation with somebody about the potential repercussions of like reviving a god literally called the Destroyer of Worlds. Like, and little things, you know, like, hey, Crate, are you a sociopath or is it just a front?
Viral seems pretty
Sorry.
okay.
We have
They
a
are
bartender.
they are a recovering alcoholic, I should mention. The reason why they showed up to the Phoenix Guard in the first place is because they drunkenly crawled into a supply wagon and did not get off said wagon until they made it to the Phoenix Guard headquarters.
We're all doing great. We're doing
Very cool.
fantastic.
I'm going to write this down. I'm going to set a reminder for myself.
Thank you, Ed and company, for caring for our mental health.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Anyways,
Anyway.
sorry to jump in. That
No, totally
just
fine.
crossing my mind.
So, your answer?
Give me just a second. I need to turn around and have a quick check with my team. Say team. I may or may not have another soul in this ring who happened to do some rather nice things for me, even though he was kind of annoying. But the thing is, if I give this guy to this Queen of Bones, I'll get my sister back, and then we're going to have to kill her. It's unfortunate. Sorry, sis. But the thing is, if we don't give it up, we'll probably be attacked by all of these undead.
Will the soul in the ring die if you give him to her?
That is unclear.
Question: is this actually a moral conundrum that you're currently fighting with, or are you just.
No,
Uh,
it is.
Oh,
Because I will admit, on the one hand, I would certainly love to have my sister back. On the other hand, I really don't want to have to kill my sister. I will if I have to, but I really, really don't want to.
huh. Didn't know he could do that.
I am capable of having emotions, thank you very much.
Oh, just a second.
We are not.
It just, there's a lot to unpack in that statement over there. You might want to focus on that. It's just that in my line of work, it is often easier not to have emotions. However, this soul in my ring did save my life a couple of times.
So, no matter what we do, two good people, one of two good people will have to die or be trapped forever.
Probably. Probably.
Mm.
Unless we choose not to. Well, and in which case we're going to have to kill a bunch of zombies and skeletons and other undead, and then probably going to have to kill my sister anyways.
I don't like any of these things.
Well,
Neither do I.
seems to me like the easiest option is you give up the fella in your ring and we get your sister back. I personally do not really want to fight this good crowd of good. They pause and look over the assembled mass of ghouls and zombies. Kind folk, if we don't have to. This is already going to be hard enough as is. We anticipated that there would be some sort of sacrifice of a loved one that would have to be made, correct?
Correct.
So, seems to me we do know what our answer is.
Very well.
But wouldn't
Wouldn't turn back to.
wouldn't keeping the ring be a sacrifice of your sister anyways? So we save the person in the ring.
Yes.
Blaze turns at the crowd of people. They are pretty scary.
Company, do you have any thoughts on this?
Uh, well, first of all, this is me just trying to process all this. To clarify, does the ring have any value for you aside from emotional value?
Oh, yes, sincerely. If I lose this ring, my soul will be captured by an ancient eldritch deity trying to
No.
destroy the world.
We were very aware of that. To specify, is the other soul in the ring providing any use to you currently aside from emotional value?
No.
Get rid of it. It is dead weight.
I turn to Theariel, and that isn't a problem?
Y'all ever heard of the trolley problem?
Yes, it is what we are doing right now. I turned. There's the trolley.
Exactly.
I believe
So
that is a train.
the
Well, I suppose that really gets into the semantic differences between the trolley. Okay.
Wasn't this the conversation we were having over the heart?
it,
Blythe is having flashbacks and is just gonna dissociate for the next 2 minutes.
my point being, we already had a very long conversation with our dear friend Blythe over here about the whole needs of the many outweighing needs of the few thing.
Turn back to the Queen of Bones. If this happens, Will the effects of the ring stay the same, and will my former master still not be able to get into my body?
I should hope so.
Bloody hell! Take the bloody soul.
Wait, if that happens, will you kill the soul that's in the ring?
So Craig, you put out your fist to present the soul.
Bastard. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Blythe, she doesn't answer you.
Of course she doesn't. She's not paying attention to me this entire time.
No, she doesn't care about your moral quandaries. She wants
Yes.
the soul. So yeah. She taps on the ring, and this purple light oozes out of it in the vague shape of Crake. As she, pulls out this person and then starts to put it inside a skull that's on her throne. And as the head comes out of the ring, which is the last thing to come out, is, my friend, wait, you don't understand it. Its power grows. I need it. No. Its power, it grows. It needs a counter to stop it. It needs me. And then he's gone. A life for life. That is the bargain. And she has your sister move forward.
As the Queen of Bones starts to pull their hand away, I'm going to reach out and grab the bony wrist and go, one of these days, I am going to find you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to take all of your power and your position for myself. And at the very end, I will grind your bones into dust and scatter it into the four winds, never to be seen again.
I look forward to the day you try.
Company is very quickly moving back towards the train.
Does anyone else hear this conversation?
If you want to listen in, I mean, I'm like speaking somewhat quietly, but I'm not like trying to hide it.
Theoriel's gonna kind of start ushering Blythe back towards the tray, like, all right, scooch, scooch.
Okay.
Walk quickly, walk quite quickly, please, and thank you. Back onto the train.
Okay. Head down, just like not looking at any of the things. It's okay. It's okay. Playing with
I'm gonna take my
the totem necklace, being like, okay, yes, okay.
and I'm gonna take my sister by the hand and lead her back onto the train as well.
Yeah, so you take her hand, and she suddenly looks at you as if seeing you for the first time. You notice that she doesn't have eyes anymore, just empty sockets where they used to be. She's like, Gray? Is that you?
Hey there, little Ill. How you doing?
You look tired.
It's been a long couple of years.
And yeah, you take her onto the train, and the conductor gets back on, and it starts moving. Cool.
Can I say hi to her?
Yeah. Elna's just here on the train.
Blythe makes sure she's not interrupting Craig in this moment, and just sits next to Ilna and goes like, hi, I'm Blythe.
Hello. Are you my brother's friend?
She looks at Craig and just waits for him to answer the question.
We work together sometimes.
Oh.
There,
nice.
Very kind.
I'm sorry you died.
It happens. She smiles. Kind of like a melancholy smile.
Sometimes it happens a little too quickly than it should.
And she just like stands there, like nodding. Blythe definitely needs therapy after this mission.
Quick question, Eric.
Yes.
Do we know if there's any particular way in which we have to end the existence?
Well, it has to happen at Port Finum, which is where you're currently going. Other than that, you just know it has to be snuffed out. There's, a ritual that you can use that Calabaister has provided, but there are plenty of ways to do it.
Cool.
Yeah. As you get closer, you start to feel the oppressive heat more and more, and I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
Fuck.
Right.
I was going to
Um,
say we were doing. Oh, God.
We're not doing great.
So, Theriel and Ed, you'll take a level of exhaustion.
Cool.
I mean,
And then, partway through the journey, you start to feel the train shaking more than it should.
I look out the window. Is there anything going on?
Make a perception check.
No.
It's hard to see anything other than the bodies that are everywhere. Like, you remember when the train arrived, there was like a snowplow in front. That's because of the bodies it has to push through this close to the port.
Are we running over people's bodies?
No, you're pushing them out of the way. So you
Or
see
like one
some
of
of
those
that.
cow guards on the front of
Yeah.
trains.
Yeah. And yeah, anyone else who wants to can make a knowledge check of some sort or perception if they want.
well, since I have one level of exhaustion, all my checks are going to be at disadvantage.
That is true.
Yeah, same. Give it a shot.
I'll also do perception because why not? Since I can.
Yeah, Theriel and Blythe. You notice, in addition to the spray of bodies from the front of the train, behind you, there's also like bodies are being pushed up and like falling over. That is gaining closer to where you are.
Is something catching up to us? Blythe asks the conductor.
The conductor's not in the train car.
Oh.
He's
Okay,
up
so
front.
she just like points to the back and I guess turns to Theo and is like, is something catching up to us?
Kind of. That's it. Is there
Sorry.
Would someone
like a back of the train car to potentially like open a door and look out, like kind of a
Yeah. Yeah,
Like a
back
little balcony
here.
thingy.
Are you on the right page? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this area is
gonna-
like it would be a bridge between that and another train car, but there's only the one train car. But it's also like a balcony area.
Okay.
It's got a
Daryl's
ladder
gonna
going to
go
the
out
top.
there
Blythe will follow.
and maybe do an investigation check just to get like see what it is, maybe.
Okay.
Or would that be another?
Either or.
Blythe is helping, so maybe you can
Okay,
do it
yeah, so you
without the
can roll
disadvantage.
normally.
Okay.
Okay. You can't tell what it is. Right now it's using the cover of the bodies to prevent you from seeing it. If you got
hmm
higher vantage point, say with your bird, you might be able to check it out.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm going to get on my bird jump from a moving train to my bird. This is going to be fun and
Well,
exciting.
your bird can get on the moving train, and then you can get on the bird, and then the bird can jump off with you on top.
Okay, yeah, that's a better idea. It's like, let's maybe not have me with my disadvantage on
Yeah.
checks try to jump on a bird from a moving train.
Yeah. So
Be
you
careful.
climb onto Nera, and they soar into the air. Feel free to make that check again.
With a normal or at disadvantage?
Normal.
Nope.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is just trigger the encounter. You're in the air. You're on
Okay.
your bird, and out of the crush of bodies jumps a purple tube, bristling with teeth and spiny ridges, and it is going to make an attack roll against you. And then we're going to roll.
I know it was a purple worm. I saw the purple worm. But you just said purple tube, and for some reason I just imagined like a big gigantic purple pool noodle just erupts from the ground.
That's kind of like what it is. I'm guessing a 23 hits.
Yeah, of course it does.
Hold on one moment. Snare has abilities, but not abilities relevant to this. Never mind. Okay, can you have Nair make a dexterity saving throw?
Yes. Look.
All right. So, Nair is going to take 22 damage, and they are going to be swallowed.
Okay.
You can join them if you'd like, or you can be riding the worm.
I guess I'm riding the worm. Why not?
All right, cool. So yeah, Nair gets swallowed up by this giant worm.
Okay.
And roll initiative.
All right.
That is with advantage, because I always have advantage on initiative. Why is this still not working? Okay. Oh, wait. Did it do it with initiative the first time?
I guess.
I might have done it with initiative the first time. Because I just noticed that it rolls 2 dice.
Yeah,
every
it
time I
rolls
click
twice and then gives you the
So I might
best of
just
the
do it.
result.
Okay, ignore the second roll. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Ignore the second roll.
So Blythe's at 13. Cool. All right. Company. Nair, the baby rock, just got swallowed by the purple worm. What do you do?
Am I witness to that? I don't think. I mean, I did not pass my perception check, nor did I accompany them onto the roof when this.
Yes. Like, this is a giant worm jumping out of the ground and eating a bird.
Oh, like company was kind of like looking out the window.
Yeah, you can be
And
looking out the
didn't
window.
get it-
You can't miss it.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what that is. And then suddenly, fucking like a freight train exiting into the sky, eating a bird, and Theariel being like, yeehaw, and just hopping on it.
A bird larger than a horse, mind you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the worm is bigger than the train that we're on.
Yeah. Like, you can only see part of it as it's like plowing through the bodies. This is like the front part.
Okay. So at the very least, it's wider than the train.
Yeah.
So this ladder that's next to me, I'm just trying to like figure out how much movement I have here.
Okay.
Is this like a 5-foot ladder or something?
Yeah, about that.
Okay. And climbing is technically difficult terrain.
Yeah, so it'd be 15 feet to get to the roof, essentially.
Okay. All right. Then.
And this is
Is-
the roof.
Okay. I was going to ask. All right, then I will use 15 feet of my movement to kind of get into the same position that I was now on the roof. And I will use, let's see here.
I have a plan.
I'll use my remaining movement to get me, kind of as far back onto the train as I can go. And is it only 10 feet from the back of the train, or is this not to scale?
No, this is to scale. So you're here. And so it's 25 feet away from you. And yeah, 10 feet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot that I'm still technically on the rails and not like 40 feet off to the right.
Right.
I'm looking at my spells and quickly realizing that I am only really suited for melee combat.
This seems to be a
Would you
common
like
theme
to
with your
join me on
character.
the worm?
As much as I loved how you phrased that, no thank you. I'm going to, with my bonus action, I'm going to Hexblade's Curse. Because you said I'm only 25 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I can check that little box there. And I'm going to do what warlocks do best.
Say the line.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. So 2 separate attack rolls for 2 individual Eldritch Blasts. Hold on, I need to update my Hexblade's Curse because my proficiency has gone up.
Nice.
cool. All right. So
That hits.
oh, sorry. I still have disadvantage turned on from the exhaustion. Let me turn that
Okay,
off.
yeah.
But somehow I rolled the exact same roll twice. So very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Guessing that
That
also
hits too,
hits.
yeah.
Okay, sweet. Now to add damage.
16.
So sum total of 30 points of damage.
Very good. What do
And-
your blasts look like? I don't
Oh,
remember.
actually, sorry. I got a critical hit on it because I rolled a 19.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me turn off that extra damage and just roll another dice. So 12 additional force damage. So my second blast, instead of 9 force damage, it's doing 21. So 30.
I've already
40.
added it.
Okay, cool. That's a good question. What do my blasts look like? I think they kind of look like just spectral swords. Like I
Okay,
just kind
yeah.
of wave my hand, and like an after image of a sword just kind of
Sorry.
spins into existence and just at him.
Nice. Yeah. So you fire off these swords. They go straight into the most vulnerable, least plated part of it, being the mouth. And yeah, it like jostles, but keeps coming at you. Theriel, you are riding a giant purple worm.
Yeah, I sure am. Oh, fuck. What can I even do here? I am going to. Let's see. Um. Hmm. Trying to drop it right here. Catches the end of the train. I think I have to drop it right on top of the worm. I'm gonna cast spike growth on the worm, like the immediate area in front of the worm.
Yeah. So it has to go through all of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So not gonna do a whole lot, but when it moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
How wide is it?
20-foot radius, centered on a point within range.
So that's 40 feet. So it's going to take 16d4 damage on its turn.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Gonna drop that in there so it's there.
Cool. Yeah, so you call forth these ray rose bushes that pop out from in front of you as the worm starts to plow through them. Blythe.
I would like to cast Blink,
Okay.
which will take effect at the end of my turn. And I would like to use my action to attempt to jump on the worm.
Okay. So that is a 15-foot jump.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your strength?
My strength is 10.
10. All right, so you can
Are
get
you on top of the train?
No, I'm at the bottom. I'm at the balcony at the back of it.
10 feet without a roll. So I'm gonna say roll a 12 or higher, and you can do this.
On athletics or
Athletics or strength.
okay, gonna go with athletics. Yeah. Please.
Awesome.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
you standing. Oh wait, standing leap.
Leap of faith.
Oh god.
I am gonna allow it because I didn't think of this before. So,
Oh,
you standing leap. Also, you're both moving. It's coming towards you. That's fine. You leap into the air and onto the worm. You catch onto the side of its ridge and pull yourself up to meet Theriel.
I get up to where Theriel is and I say, don't move. I'm about to get us off of this worm, and I'm about to roll for blink.
My bird is still in the worm.
And what is the blink? Okay, so I'm just staying up there. I'm still I don't blink. I'm still there.
Okay.
But I awkwardly I extend my arms towards Cyril and go, would it be okay if I give you a little hug so we can get off? And then that's the end of my turn.
All right. So, worm plows through these gray roses, taking 43 damage. It's going to move closer to the train and is going to attack Company with a bite. You make a dexterity saving throw.
Sheesh. Okay. Also, I switched to line in earbuds because my headset is dying. So if I sound different,
Okay.
that's fine. Dexterity?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay.
All right.
Oh no.
Company, the worm jumps over the train, latches onto you, kind of starts to fall onto the train before it rolls over. Blythe and Theriel, can you both make dexterity saving throws, DC 15?
Okay. Am I with disadvantage on this one, or
No,
is it just...
it's saving throws
just
are not
the-
checks, so no. I think.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so Theriel,
Thank God
you were
for plus
able
6
to
dexterity.
get out of the way and avoid being crushed between the train and the worm, and managed to stand on the back of the train. Blythe, you are going to take 15 damage,
Okay.
and you are still on the worm.
Okay.
As you hold on for dear life. Oh, and Nair is going to take 18 damage.
Oh, my poor bird.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. It is your
We need to
turn.
get my bird out of there.
Yeah. By the way, now that they're gone, I found out where those 44 temp hit points had come from. It was Heart of Eternity.
Oh, nice.
So half a year ago.
Was it really half a year ago already?
I feel like it is.
Probably.
So I am going to run to the end back of the train, and as I pass Ilna, I'm going to say, "Get to the front of the train, little one," and then burst out onto the back. See the gigantic creature in the back. Point my finger, and I'm not going to cast what I normally cast. Instead, I'm going to cast a new spell. Please make a DC 18 Constitution save.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that passes.
Mm-hmm.
Please take whatever 57 divided by 2 is. Points of necrotic damage.
I thought Finger of Death was a kill spell.
No, it's
No?
no.
Okay. 57, 25, 7, 3, so 28. Well, it's bloodied.
That's my turn.
Hey, do I get regurgitated?
Not yet. Company, it is your turn. You are inside the worm. You feel the stomach acids start to digest you, and you feel the thrashing of a giant bird. What do you do?
Can I do anything?
Oh, right. You are blind and restrained, but you can do whatever you want, other than whatever that excludes.
Sorry, I need to look up the restrained condition.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too. Probably should have done that earlier. Your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against the creature are at advantage. Attack rolls by the creature at disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay. Cool. Loving this. Let me just click the disadvantage button real quick.
Mhm.
Yeah, this. Yeah. This is a good idea, I think.
I agree. What is it?
No, that's a ranged spell attack. I can't do that. I'm going to manifest Shatterstar into existence, and I'm assuming that I'm not like there's literally no space between me and the side of Worm's stomach. Like there's enough room for this, right?
Yeah. Like
I'm just imagining like Alaskan bullworm style. Like there's a little headspace.
I was thinking more like I assume you've seen Akira.
No,
Oh, okay.
I should. I know.
Well,
I should.
you should, but also during the scene where I forget who it was is growing, and he kind of just subsumes, like covers them. It's kind of like that. There's not really space. Like in your esophagus, there's not like a tube. It's kind of like an opening, but it only opens so long as there's something there.
Right.
So you're
Okay.
like in a sleeping bag, essentially.
Gross.
It's trying to eat you.
I really I hate that visual. Yeah, I'm
You can still summon a sword, and that's gonna do something.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And I have thirsting blades, so if I make an attack action, I can or with my packed weapon, I can do it twice. So we're gonna try this out and we're gonna see how this goes.
All right. Well, that hits.
Yeah. So fun little factoid, I guess, is my even rolling a 1, I still have a 15 as my minimum to hit.
Wow. That doesn't hit. But that's
Yeah, I
good to
figured.
know.
My spell save DC is a 16, so a DC 16 con save.
Why do you get a +3 modifier and a +3 magic?
I'm taking a look at that, and I have no idea.
I think you just get a +11. But we can look at that later.
11 is a lot.
Oh, yeah, I see it. There's an attack bonus of +3 and then also the magic bonus of +3. Magic bonus automatically applies to both.
Okay. That's my bad.
No, it's fine.
So I guess just subtract. So 27. Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, 27 hits.
Okay, cool. The DC 16 con save after
Con
this.
save.
Actually, I think it'll show up.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Okay, so it takes 5 necrotic.
Okay.
Which.
And then 27 other. Yeah?
No, sorry. 5 necrotic from Hexblade's curse and 27 total. For some reason I had checked Hex between this turn and the last turn.
Oh, weird.
But yes, sum total of 27.
Okay.
And I can't move. So that yeah,
Right.
no, that actually no, that's a whole action. Never mind. I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. So you summon Shatterstar, this big mace with gravity effects. The purple worm stops in its tracks, kind of gets up on its front, and then slams back down, and then starts moving again. Yeah, it also avoids barfing. That's what that last Constitution saving throw is for.
Damn it.
Therial.
Okay. I kind of want to cast Spike Growth again because that worked very well the first time.
It did.
So I'm gonna drop it right. That's a range of 150 feet. I'll drop it right on top of the worm again.
Yeah, it's good. If you drop it in front of it, it's not going to move out of the way.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do that again. So.
Yeah.
Man, there's not a whole lot that Naira can do.
Naira can scrape and claw. It's better
Yeah,
than
we're gonna
nothing.
see. Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, they're gonna claw.
So 13. Hold on. See if it has a different AC. I don't think it does.
For the inside of.
No, so the AC is the same for the inside. So that will not hit.
Yeah.
Got a sturdy gut.
Well, it's been nice having it.
Anything else?
That's. I
Alright.
think about all I can do.
All right. Blythe, it is your turn.
Uh, uh, Blythe kind of like, after being thrown against the car, kind of like tries to gather what's happening. Sees that Theriel is on the train and casts Thunderstep.
Okay.
So I am going to cast Thunderstep, which is I click. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. Ah, yes. And what? Anyhow,
All asking it to
Uh,
make Constitution saves, and that is what it is proficient in.
Don't worry, I got a
God.
method. I got a method. to fix this.
Anyhow, I will be teleporting on the top. Like, I can't see. Why can't I see? I can teleport within 10 feet of. No, it's. How far can I teleport? Give me a second. How far can I run? Step. 90 feet. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Oh, it's over here. I should be
Yeah.
calculating. Yeah, I'm gonna go at about where the entrance to the thing is. I can't move. I'm gonna go here. So
And then deal
the-
for 13 damage to the thing.
yep. I'm also going to hex with my bonus action.
Okay.
There it is.
There we go. I don't know why I didn't think this first. This is how I do it. Right. Anyhow. Yep, I'm hexing it, and now it has, well, not disadvantages, but it does have advantages on Constitution saves anymore.
Okay. Cool.
Oh no, it's ability checks. Well, at least ability checks. It doesn't have advantage anymore.
Okay. And then it is going to plow right into the trees, taking 42 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
We're gonna deal
The aerial just
stomach acid
consistently doing-
damage to Nair and company.
And that's the end of my bird.
So
Wait,
yeah.
forever?
No, I can make
Now
a
it
new
can
body.
make death saves.
Wait, Eric, is that direct damage or does that have to go through AC?
That's just direct damage.
Thank you, temp HP.
Yeah, and company, you feel the thrashing bird stop.
How incredibly morbid.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a bite attack against the back of the train. We're gonna make one against each of you, but it's gonna be the one chomp. Theriel and Craig, in that order.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep.
Okay. Both of you make dexterity saving throws, and you take 24 damage. All right, Craig, you are eaten by the worm.
Welcome to the worm gang.
Oh, I should have rolled. I might have blinked out of existence. Well, it doesn't matter now.
Okay.
Well, I'll roll it.
Craig, it is your turn.
Well, good
I
thing
have
for
blinked
me,
out of existence.
Okay.
I don't have to move in order to do what I want.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again.
So you poke
I'll do it again.
the inside. It fails the save,
Oh,
and Theriel, you
it
see.
should actually be. That should actually be 73 because I cast it at a higher level.
Okay. So yeah, Theriel, the purple worm chomps on the back of the train. You're able to get through the door and out of the way. You notice Crake is no longer there. And then the worm hits its head against the rails, flops out of the ground and crush of bodies, just like tumbles over itself and rolls dead.
Oh. Yes.
And the contents of its stomach slide out. The train, however, is still moving.
Who's all with me?
You've got
Company.
a
The corpse of a
bird that is making death saves, company, and yourself.
Cool. I am going to. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to do a couple things. First, I am going to pour a healing potion down the throat of this bird.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
And that should get it back up to at least 1 hit point, right?
Yep. Have at least 1 hit point, depending on the potion.
It's just a regular potion of healing.
Okay.
Thank you for healing my bird.
And then I'm going to kind of like point the bird towards the train and go like, shoo, go.
Okay, yeah. Nair will fly in that direction after shaking
And
off
then-
the mucus.
And then I'm going to grab company and we are going to dimension door our way back to the train.
All right. Cool.
And
Yeah.
then I'm just going to kind of like brush some of the acid and slime off my already incredibly tattered clothes and just go, so uncivilized.
Thanks, Obi-Wan. Will you have...
Blythe will go back downstairs and inside and look at Theriel and go, I'm sorry I couldn't help you get off. I thought I could do like we could get stuff together off of the worm and then we could just teleport on top of the train. But yeah, that didn't work out.
They're gonna kind of pat Blythe and then give her a hug because she had asked anyway about a hug. So
Blythe is trying not
she
to
needs
just
a hug.
cry flat out. It's just like tagging there. Just hugging, just not doing anything. Teary-eyed.
We're going to pat and then kind of like gently remove.
Fair.
Yeah.
Back
You have defeated the worm puzzle.
Goddamn.
You have bested the worm puzzle. The solution.
What
Killing
is
it.
it? The solution is don't move with a rhythm or something like that. Don't remember. It's been way too long.
Yeah. If everyone would make another Constitution save,
Oh god.
due to the oppressive heat.
Boo. Boo
Oh,
this
thank-
man.
Oh, sorry. That shouldn't be with disadvantage. I don't have that many levels of exhaustion.
Right. So you all avoid another level of exhaustion. Good for you. And you see the Port Finam's getting closer. There are these doors that you can now see. They're like archways. They look kind of like mouths in the way that like people see faces in things. It's not designed to look like a face, but it looks like a face. But you can also see that the one that you are traveling towards is closed.
So are we headed full speed towards a closed gate?
Yes.
Is there any way of contacting the conductor while we're on the train?
Yeah, can we go to the
Yeah,
back
you
or to the
can.
front?
You can talk to the conductor. You just gotta get onto the back or onto the front.
Is Craig the most familiar with the conductor?
Probably.
I mean, you met
I've
him
been here before.
once. You also might have
Yeah,
met him in skeleton form.
Hey, that's more than anyone else.
True.
I feel like Blythe is like, it's closed, and company is just staring at Craig.
Yeah, she would. She'd be like, should we do something about that?
Company just doesn't say a word, just eye holes boring into Craig.
So yeah, you go up to the conducting area. The conductor, scythe in hand, is just standing there. They look at you, turn back.
The worm said, "Are we going to run into the wall?"
Please return to your seat.
Okay.
Blythe will go to the top of the train, to the front of the wagon, and ready Eldritch Blast in case they get too close to the wall. Like, 2 hands ready to cast, like at the gate that's not open.
Okay. You're not slowing down. You're getting closer. The brakes aren't activated.
I'm so scared something will happen if I try to Eldritch Blast that thing, but I guess I will.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to Eldritch Blast the gate open.
Do it.
Okay.
Also, I just realized every single time I'm on a train, something happens to it. I've never had an experience where I'm not attacked on a train.
2 exact same rolls. So Blythe is shooting at it twice.
Yeah. If you're waiting to get within 120 feet, I'm gonna say you hit it.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's doubled because I'm spell sniper.
Okay, well then I'll say you hit it. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's not a lot of damage.
Gotta
So-
get that agonizing blast.
I do have agonizing blast.
You blast the door with your spell, and it scorches the metal surface, but it doesn't open.
Okay.
And
I just like look at the wagon underneath me, even though I can't see anyone, and yell, "Help!"
as you hit the wall, Iris is open, and you go through.
But it just kind of like jumps to the front of the jumps down to the front of the front balcony, looks at Craig and walks inside, goes, sits down, and just doesn't say anything for the rest of the trip. Just kind of like quit today.
Yeah.
I don't like the land of the
Immediately,
dead.
you feel the cold air. Well, not cold, but not oppressively hot. Inside, there are not bodies pushed up against each other. It is just an empty tunnel that rushes past, and the brakes start. You slow down, and you find yourselves on a train platform inside what seems to be a large cavern.
Well, I say, end of the line.
I hate that.
Let's get this over with then.
Come on, Noel, let's go.
She looks at you and kind of confused. How did you get us here? Every train I've tried to go on always stopped short.
Well, let's just say I've gotten a bit more powerful since the last time we saw each other.
She doesn't seem to know how to take that, but she doesn't respond to it. She doesn't comment. Okay. And yeah, you guys go in.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk along the platform into essentially a train station, think Grand Central Station, but chrome and about 10 times bigger. And yeah, there's this wide open area. There are stairs leading up to a dais with a podium. The entire thing is empty, devoid of any staff, any travelers. There's just this echoing footsteps as you walk through the train station.
I don't like it here.
What do you do?
So I'm guessing this ritual that we were given has to take place on this dais.
Reasonable assumption.
I guess I'm gonna lead her up onto the dais then.
Make
All right. Oh, sorry. Continue.
make a check of some sort.
To get her to go up there.
Make all the saves.
Just to I don't know. Just roll a d20.
Fuck. Okay, can I use my inspiration to reroll that?
Yes.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Do you like inspiration?
Holy cow.
So, Craig, you send the stairs, accompanying your sister. About 3 stairs up, she stops. And she's looking at the dais past you. And she starts to cry.
I'm gonna crouch down. Listen, little one. I know what is going to come next is going to be very scary, but we need you. because if we don't stop what's coming, a lot of people are going to be really hurt. Okay? And a lot of people are going to die. And as much as I hate to say it, without you, well, this whole world might stop. And we really need you to be a hero for us. Do you think you can do that? I know it's scary. I know it's new. And I don't know what's going to happen myself. And I hate to ask you this, but do you think you can be a hero?
Make a persuasion check. She lets up on the crying. She doesn't fully stop, but she like holds it back a bit. Do you know what happens?
No, I don't. But it has to be better than what it is now.
And
I made a mistake all those years ago. But now I'm going to try and make up for it, okay? Try and be better than I was.
Okay. And she ascends the stairs next to you. The two of you take the primordial heart, and she disappears. And you are
I
left.
walk back down the dais, and I just, without looking at anyone, I just say, let's go. God.
Fucking Helen. Ah.
Sorry.
No, that was perfect. It broke the tension. All right.
Yo, F in chat, please.
Yeah. You complete the second ritual. The ritual of sorrow. And you now have the source of fire and the source of life. Yeah, you plane shift out of there. You're back in Zernimsa.
We actually have to take the train. I used my hand.
Okay, you take the train back.
The most depressing train ride ever.
You thought the train ride up was bad.
Does anyone do anything on the train ride back?
Blythe summons the raven totem that
Okay.
Thero gave her, and just kind of like holds it and pets the bird.
While you do that, like you're not even paying attention at one point. You're just stroking it absentmindedly, looking out the window. You feel movement in your hand. You look down. The bird is animated.
What?
Yeah. From now on, the bird counts as a wondrous figurine silver raven, but instead it is made out of wood.
So it transforms to an animal?
Yeah, it's a wooden bird, but it's a moving wooden bird. It's alive.
Blythe just starts crying and hugs the bird. Like, and then just looks at Thero and goes like, thank you, and just continues hugging the bird.
They're
Yeah.
gonna kind of nod, but internally they're gonna be like, "Wow, didn't know it did that."
Well, it's a spell focus with sentimental value in the source of life. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that was it. Like that was the last, like the
Yeah.
emotional like release trigger for Blythe. That's it. She's just bawling her fucking eyes out. That's
Yeah.
baby bird's out.
Good.
If aside from Blythe, I guess, uh, having this beautiful, touching, emotional moment, company is going to do something that, boy howdy, it's been a long time since the last time I've used effectively the capstone feature of company, which is disguise self. Um, so companies companies form kind of like ripples. Like there's all this emotion going on, and companies just kind of staring at it blankly, and their eyes dim, and then like just like the plates seemingly like ripple, and then their feathers, these bright yellow feathers, um, and then they like transition to like green on the head, and similar to the feathers that completely cover Blythe's body, except like head and hands too, um, and just like incredibly small, like shriveled up little wings on the back, um,
Oh,
and an
Bluebird. I didn't
Aarakocra
expect to
that
see
looks
you
a
here.
whole lot like a duck is standing there, and it kind of, you know, he kind of quietly waddles over and sits down across from Craig. He's like, "Well, it's nice to finally meet you in person." Kind of extends a feathered hand. It's like, "You can call me Quack. I am the psychiatrist that was the resident at the old the old mercenary company that, well, company took into himself. Um, I noticed that a lot of you have been going through a lot of emotional turmoil, so I thought I'd step out and just sit down and talk to some of y'all." So, excuse me. Um, sorry, what was your name?
I side eye this fucking bird so hard. Craig.
Well, uh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Craig. Um, so tell me, was that your sister that that you had to let go there?
Yes.
So, forgive me for asking some difficult questions, but um, how did that make you feel?
I'm gonna look at this fucking bird. I'm just gonna say, well, it's not the first time I killed her, so not
I see.
good.
I see. That's it's very sad, sir. And I have to ask: is this cynical facade a emotional defense mechanism, so that you just don't completely break down from the weight that's sitting on your fragile little mind? Um, since it's I can't imagine how easy it is to um, kill your sister twice. You seem like a real cynical guy, Mr. Craig, but
Company,
no,
if you
no,
ever
no,
want
I'm quick.
any of those souls to get out of your body, and if you don't want to be a piece of scrap iron, I highly recommend you stop right now.
Well, see, this is what I'm talking about. You you're having such a hard time. You're just lashing out at the others around you. And I understand. It's hard to talk about our feelings sometimes, especially when we know what might make us sad. And we're all trying to sound, like big tough guys. But it's okay. You could talk about it. I understand. I'm already dead.
I'm going to stand up, move 10 feet away, and then cast a spherical wall of force around company.
Guessing company is isolated to the back of a cart or something.
Hey, can sound still pass through that?
I think last time we did this, it was a no, right?
I'm gonna say
Sit-
no,
Bummer.
because nothing passes through it. I
Yeah.
think.
And sound is yeah, it says nothing passes through the wall. Sound is waves. So
Yep.
I'm going to attempt to cast Dispel Magic.
It is immune to all damage and cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Oh, fuck. I didn't read that. It's a good thing I'm illiterate. Yeah, no. Okay. Fair enough, I guess.
Blythe is still kind of sobbing, walks up to Craig and shows the bird and goes, would you like to hold the bird?
That's very cute. Thank you. I'm good.
Okay. And she takes her bird and sits back down in the corner. Continues to cry.
Fair.
Quiet.
Cool. That's all I had prepared.
You can't force people to deal with their trauma.
Yeah, Ethereal watched all that happen and just kind of went, none of my business. Just gonna sit here, mind my business.
Cool. Yeah. Let's see.
I think it's safe to say that Blythe knows what death is now.
Yeah.
And is aware of the concept of loss.
Cool. So I'm gonna give y'all XP and GP
And trauma.
and trauma.
Well, I'd be happy to fix that for you.
Blythe likes birds. That's the one bird she will never fucking talk to.
I thought you didn't like the Elder Owl either.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. I was about to say, and the Elder Owl, because they're a coward.
Cool. Well, that's the end of the episode. I am very glad we did this.
It stops the world from ending.
True,
Yeah.
it does.
That yeah,
For now.
stops the
I'm
timer
assuming that-
slightly,
Yeah.
resets it.
I'm assuming that Blythe's if anyone gain if she doesn't take damage, people get XP because she got hit. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that buff is over.
That is over.
Yeah. Okay. I'll remove that.
Now, if y'all want some real trauma, fun fact, Craig joined the Phoenix Guard because he was trying to practice magic in his family's house and accidentally killed his sister in a ritual.
And he was trying. Please don't tell me he became a necromancer to bring her back.
Yeah.
Did?
Mm,
Jesus fucking Christ. Wow.
And that's how you weave
Drake's
your
life
players'
sucks.
backstories into a West Marches game without a lot of role playing.
Do.
But I leveled up.
Maybe I should write up a backstory for company.
I mean,
Maybe that's
you
good.
do. You kind of have one.
Yeah, it's like a loose oral tale passed down from session to session.
Yeah. Cool.
All
Also,
I really have in my backstory is Theriel's a folk hero for some reason. Changes their story anytime they're asked. And they quite
you're
They're
gonna have
their
to
own folk
repeat that.
hero.
they fell quite little off.
Oh, you're breaking up a lot.
Sounds like a robot.
Oh no.
I was the robot company.
It couldn't have happened at a better
Yeah.
time because this is where we're gonna stop the recording.